Andrew Jackson, nicknamed Old Hickory because of his hard personality, reinvented the wheel of presidency in such a way that he actually got his own era, the Jacksonian Era. And this is our story of that. Before Jackson was president, the era of good feelings yielded to the boisterous democracy of the Jacksonian era by constructing the...
Erie Canal.
Not quite.
Erie Canal.
There it is. Yeah, the Erie Canal, which connected the Hudson River in New York to Lake Erie above Pennsylvania and Ohio. Very nice.
Give me a treat.
Yeah, here's your treat. We have a lot of treats. We hope you do a lot stuff. You did good on the last one. Let's see if you do good on this one. The workers who helped with the construction of the canal and many other projects were...
Old immigrants.
Okay, yeah. And they were from...
Ireland and Germany.
You're so good. Here, get a treat.
Many.
One treat. Good job, buddy. All right.
I get beer.
All right. So in 1824, the corrupt bargain was an alleged deal between Jackson's opponents in the running for presidency, John Q. Adams and Henry Clay. What did this do?
It threw the election away in Jackson's favor.
That's good.
Give me a treat.
Winning the election of 1828, Andrew Jackson, also known as...
Old Hickory.
That's right. He became the President of the United States. He was the first president from the... Which direction? From
The West.
The West, that's right. And only the second president without a...
College pamphlet. Degree. College degree, that's right. First president, second president without one of those. His election was famously known as the Revolution of 1828.
That's right. Yeah, that's it.
You better give me my treat from last time and now. Otherwise, I'm gonna cut the cheese.
Want a treat? Fine. We don't want any sharp cheese cutting around here. Have one.
Just so you know, I meant farting.
In 1828, Jackson passed the
Tariff of Abominations.
That's right, and that put a very high tariff on imports, including the francs from Germany.
Which one should I get?
Jumbo for sure. Yep.
Oh, time to go home and play.
Actually, we're gonna study. Hey, come back. So, blast from the past. Regarding the Tariff of Abominations, which we mentioned earlier, the Southerners were definitely opposed to the tariff. And, it's distracting. Well, they began opposing the tariff, or protesting the tariff, by handing out a pamphlet that was actually written by John C. Calhoun, the vice president at the time. And this pamphlet was known as the
South Carolina Exposition.
That's right. Very good. Very good. All by yourself.
Thank you.
So anyone who knew Jackson probably knew that he was not exactly the biggest fan of Indians. And he actually ended up passing an act in 1830 in order to open up more land for white settlement, because he thought that was so important. And what was this act known as?
The Indian Moving Act. Removal
Act. The Indian Removal Act. Very good.
Thanks. I made a demonstration of the Indian Removal Act. Here it is. Indian. White man.
So, the Cherokees decided to fight for their land, so they went to Supreme Court with Cherokee versus Georgia. Am I right so far? Yes, because they believed Georgia could not declare their tribal council illegal.
But Cherokee was overruled.
In 1831, the Trail of Tears forced the 5 civilized tribes known as the Cherokee, Creek, Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Seminole from their land and moved them to
Indian territories.
Indian territories. Not Injun. Gosh.
Whatever, my dad says it.
In the court case of Worcester versus Georgia, it was made illegal for white persons to reside on Indian territory without a license, due to the Georgian government's realization that the white population was influential on Native American culture and society.
Time to bathe.
Well, after Jackson dumped John C. Calhoun for his disloyalty, his cabinet started to become known as the Kitchen Cabinet by his opponents because of all the unofficial advisors in his cabinet. While he was starting his second term as the president, Jackson issued the
Spoils system.
Yeah, which pretty much spoiled his political supporters with public office. He did this because he didn't trust the federal government, but it wasn't really fair, and neither was the nullification crisis, which was a showdown between Jackson and South Carolina legislature, who fought for nullification.
I know.
Yeah, you do. Jackson wouldn't budge and sent in military enforcement to collect South Carolina's taxes. Shortly after, the
Force bill.
That's right, that was passed, which authorized the president to use the military in order to collect federal tariff duties.
Oh, Power Rangers.
So in 1833, as we can imagine, the tariff of 1833 was passed in order to resolve the nullification crisis, which everybody was so upset about. It was a compromise tariff that lowered the rates to a mildly protective level. And then, something erupted when Congress was presented with a bill to renew the Bank of the United States charter. What was this that erupted?
The bank war.
That's right, good job. All by yourself again. So, finding it harmful to the nation, and because of its distrust of
monopolistic banking.
Yeah, you're right again.
Monopolistic banking, sorry.
Yeah. So monopolistic banking was distrusted by Jackson. So he vetoed the bill. In 1836, the General of Mexico invaded Texas, trapping nearly 200 men at a certain place in order to take Texas back as part of Mexico. Who is this general, and where did he trap 200 men?
Santa Claus.
No. Who is the general? Come on, you know this. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Santa Anna.
Yeah. Where did he trap the 200 men?
The Alamo.
That's correct. So, his army was defeated, thus establishing the Republic of
Texas.
The Republic of Texas was established. That's correct. So, certain person was appointed commissioner, and due to his successful colonization and prosperity of the region, he was known as the father of
the universe.
No, father of Texas. Who was the father of Texas?
Stephen F. Austin.
Finally, we've learned. All of the contents has been covered. According to Mr. Reynolds, you now know the Jacksonian Era.
I'm an Indian and you're Andrew Jackson.
Come back. Hey, come back, bud. Alright. We can't see you. Stop yelling. Come out of the bushes. Come back. Hey. Dang it.
Yeah.